Now, two councils in Warwickshire have issued a joint statement about the news that a hotel in Warwick is being used to house refugees. Warwickshire County Council and Warwick District Council said the Home Office has decided to use a local hotel for the accommodation of asylum seekers. And this is the Home Office's decision as part of a national response to current challenges within the asylum system. We are told that this is a temporary arrangement. Well, joining me now to discuss this, a man who hopes it is temporary. That's the local businessman, Kevin Murphy. Kevin, thank you very, very much for agreeing to speak to us today on GB News about this. So the Labour Party said they were going to end the use of asylum hotels, depending on where you look, costs us between £8 and £4 million every single day. And yet here we go, in your manor around Warwick. Suddenly you found out this week that's not the case, and a luxury hotel has been flipped and is now filled with asylum seekers. Tell us more. Tell us how you feel about that, Kevin.
Well, it's been a main topic of conversation in my bar. I've got customers that come in Leamington and in Warwick, and they're just very concerned. There's people that have booked that hotel for Christmas parties that have been cancelled. They're very concerned of the people that have been let in. You know, if I go on holiday, for example, I need to show a passport. You need to be checked and verified. You get searched at the airport. But these people just come over. We don't know who they are. We don't know how old they are. We don't know if they've got a criminal record, if they've got any diseases like, I don't know, typhoid or anything like that whatsoever. And it's just a concern. And it's on top of that, it's the cost as well. The absolute astronomical cost of it. And that's the same time when the pensioners that have taken their fuel allowance have been taken off them.
Yeah, and Kevin, of course, we can't go into any details of where this hotel...
It's a lovely hotel as well.
Yep, as you can see on the screen there, Kevin, it is, let's face it, it looks like the kind of hotel you'd be delighted to have a wedding reception. There's a plush bar, you can see on your screen there, ample seating area. It looks incredibly salubrious. Look at it, it's a sculpted architecture finished interior. In this footage, it was supplied to us by Truth Hurts. That's a YouTube account, and on social media, they also in this room have their own dedicated. This is an NHS dedicated room, so there's healthcare on tap. There's free food on tap. The heating is blasting out on tap, and the broader issue here, Kevin Murphy, 360 men dumped on the community, and there was absolutely no consultation of this whatsoever. And as I understand, you found out. I mean, how did you find out about it?
Found out mainly from, I say, my customers that live in Warwick told me about it, but it's all over Facebook, our local Facebook. But as well, it's all males. Where's their wives and girlfriends and sisters? And it's all males, 18 to 24 maybe. It's just disturbing for a lot of people. And then also the staff who work at that hotel, when they took that job on, they thought, that's a great little job. I'm a waiter, a waitress, or a barman, or a porter. And they're probably thinking, oh, I don't really want to serve all these people. So it's just not right. And I said, the cost as well, absolute fortune it's costing.
And again, without going into the location of this hotel, we're not legally allowed to do that. But in general terms, as I understand it, it's a long way from the town. So I mean, what's going to be happening? They're going to be the men are going to be milling around country lanes, and you know, Warwick Castle. It's a beautiful town. It's a very, very picturesque part of the United Kingdom. This is not the sort of thing that's on your agenda has ever happened to you before, Kevin Murphy? No,
that's right. That's right. As I say, it's just it's a question of priorities. You know, there's so many more things we could be spending our money on, as opposed to putting them people up and, as you say, three meals a day, lovely accommodation, heating, swimming pool, everything there for them. And I say, I do know some people who have had their Christmas parties was booked for that hotel, and now they've cancelled. So they've got to rebook somewhere else and scrabble around, maybe too late notice now to get booked in somewhere else.
And Kevin, may I ask you, the weather's getting colder. You must know a lot of pensioners who come into your pub. I understand you're a pub landlord, Leamington there. You must have a lot of pensioners coming in who are very, very concerned about their winter fuel allowance, their heating bill. How's it making them feel to see basically a luxury hotel laid on for people who many of whom may have come here illegally?
Yeah, but it's like my mum. Look, she's around the house now, and she doesn't put a house coat on anymore. She puts a proper coat on because she's too cold around her own house, so she can't afford heat. I mean, we all chip in for heating bills a little bit, but the heating is going up in January anyway by 1.2%. So they've lost their heating allowance, and the heating bills will be going up. But these people over there, they have no concerns. They have no worries, nothing at all. In front of the heating on with the windows wide open because it's too hot. You don't know.
You do see that a lot across the UK. Thank you very much for joining us, Kevin Murphy. Thanks for speaking out, and thanks. Take care and say hello to all of your customers, your punters at your pub there, local businessman Kevin Murphy in Warwick, about that hotel. 360 men have been housed there. A £9 million contract, as we understand, from the Home Office for that. And nobody in the area was remotely consulted. Now, we've got a couple of statements to read out here. And the local Labour MP, Matt Weston, has said this: I am very aware of the frustration that there was little to no notice around this decision being taken. I have no power over such decisions, but to those in the Home Office, I have already expressed that better and earlier communication is expected. The need to continue and to expand the use of hotels for these purposes is because of a massive backlog of asylum cases inherited from the last government. This is not a statement to place blame, but to set out the reality of the situation. And we've got another statement here from the Warwickshire County Council and Warwick District Council. They issued a joint statement together which says this: we are working closely with the Home Office, Serco, local health services, police and community organisations to ensure that the needs of both our local community and those seeking refuge are addressed. And while we understand the concerns surrounding the impact on local services and facilities, we remain committed to upholding these values and supporting all members of our community. There we go. So there was no consultation. The local MP says he's got no power over it. The Home Office has just made this call. The council said they've got no power over it. The Home Office just made this call. People like Kevin Murphy are on the receiving end, and believe me, a lot of others I've been contacted by in the area. No consultation, no say. It's a done deal. Simply dumped in their area. And remember, the government said that they would end the use of these asylum hotels. Now,